Hello there everyone and welcome back. I had a little crash there, so no worries. I took a few moments and redesigned this ship from the ground up. I've decided the design I was using was pretty crap. Had a lot of flaws, and I also designed it with the computer core as the primary control system. So now I should be able to test it without killing Kerbals all the time. It says here in fine print. It's a shame I killed Lars Kerbin, though. That was a really unfortunate tragedy. So, if this thing can get off the ground on Kerbin, it can get off the ground on the moon without any difficulty. So let's... And it can't get off the ground on Kerbin, which is not a good sign. It means it's way too heavy. How am I doing for resources? I have way more Why are you two in here? You're not supposed to be on this ship right now, guys. What the hell? Okay. Well, that is not so good. Let's see what happens when I extend the landing gear. Gear? Here we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's at least at the right location. Extend the ladder. And that should be enough for you to get to the ground without any difficulty. So except for the whole issue of engine power not being able to lift this thing. And let's see if we can get... Yes, okay, good. There's ladder, so that'll allow me to get all the way up. Oh. I have a few design flaws with the ship, though. Whoops, I don't know why I recovered that vessel. That was a bit of a waste of time. Oh well. Back into design, and we'll work on the next set of revisions. What we need to do, first of all, those should not be mirrored on all sides, because that's just stupid. 1, 2, like that. Okay, nope, that's not quite going to work. A little lower. There we are. And a little lower. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Come on, just move. Oh, no, it's not attached. Good. Good, we'll get rid of those. Back you come. Four of those. That's my RCS tanks. And then another set of you right there. I wonder if I can... I can. That'll be useful. If we put those there, I might be able to do something with the larger ship when I build it. Let's see. Now the next step, the next issue is... Well, we know these engines aren't powerful enough to operate on Kerbin. I mean, that's just a given. The question is, are they powerful enough to operate in space, even? I don't know the answer to that. I think I might have to get this thing into orbit and do some testing with it, which is going to be an interesting challenge. I'll get rid of the heat shield. I don't think I'm bringing this chunk of ship home. Alright. So if this is the prototype lander, the issue I have is I don't know if that's enough engine power to get down to the moon and back. Which is saying to me I need to fly a robotic mission out there and see what happens. I probably need to send this out without any Kerbals attached to it and see if I can get it down to the ground. This is my hypothesis anyways. Let's see. So the other question is, can I get this into orbit all as one unit, or am I going to have to assemble this thing in orbit? Okay, well good, I can turn it over, which is useful. So if I do that, copy that, link two sections together, is that how they link, or do they link tighter than that? Well, that kind of messed both of them up, so I think that might be wrong. You go there. You guys go like that. We'll assume that's a linked together ship design. So the command pod for this ship is this one right here. Now then, here's the really challenging part of this, is I need to get Kerbals from... If this is going to be the actual Mooner mission, then I need this right here with 3 parachutes on it. The usual design. Oh, and I need to... No, wrong rotation. Rotate that so that that part matches up with that part, like so. 3 parachutes on the command pod. I hope those are the right side up. Now we just need to figure out how to get the Kerbals from here. And maybe that is going to be a mobility enhancer job. And if that extends that way, that might actually do the job. Let's see. 1. We just need the 1. Extend ladder there. That is not anywhere close, is it? Alright, this is obviously going to need some design work here, because I think the jump from there to there is too far. Although maybe they can just crawl around the inside here. If I put rungs all the way, maybe they can climb in. And we do that. There we are. And put those there. I mean, the other option is that they just drift. Maybe he can just drift down. Of course, the door to the can. I guess we could see what happens. I mean, worst comes to worst, we abort and bring the poor bastards back to Kerbin. Okay, so that's the command module right there. We do not want those in the same stage as the parachute. In fact, those are going to be a special case. Okay, well, let's see. This is our prototype landing jig plus our return jig. Anchored down, nice and tight. Okay. So now we need the part of the ship that's actually going to drive this thing out around into orbit and actually the driver part of this. I will reiterate again, I have never made a return trip to the moon of any sort whatsoever. So this is all new to me. Batteries. 2, 3. Come on. 2. So I'm designing this live. Hopefully I can make this work. It's weird having this computer control as the primary. Oh my god. Undo. Come on, you stupid thing. There. What did I do? What have I done? That's terrible. Alright, so hopefully that'll be enough of that. We'll need bigger RCS tank on this. And RCS thrusters on here. And then we need the actual ship core, which is going to be much larger than usual. We'll use a Rockomax tank for that. And we'll need probably a little bit of extra juice on the outside as well, because this has got to drive the whole rig to the moon. So we're probably going to need all of these, and we'll need them in 2 separate stages so that the poodle can be used separately from that outer ring. Now, what else do we need on here? We'll need some struts to hold it together. keep it all stable. Like so, and like so. And that should be the actual launch system. And the landing system. Now the question, I really hope I can land and return with that design. Otherwise, I'm going to trap some poor bastards on the moon, and that would suck immensely. Okay. So assuming that that structure is going to do what I want it to do, that's what I need next. And now I need the orbital boost stage. This will be the stage that actually pushes the thing into orbit, which usually requires more fuel than a single tank will hold. And we'll put, let's see, we're going to put the LVT-45s on here. And we're going to put a full set of 6 of these around the core. And there are 6 of those. They're all lined up, so we should be able to strut them together just fine. Oops, that's not fine. Come on. Nope. Definite nope. Alright, let's try that. Hopefully it'll hold together well enough for our purposes. A little extra wrapping to hold that structure together. And then the big boost stage, which is going to require our decoupler, our Rockomax structural adapter here, because that'll make things just a little stabler. We're going to need the big engine, and I think we're going to need just a little bit more fuel in each of these, in this stage. And we're going to put 6 of these on after we put on the keel hull. We'll get 6 more of these out here. We'll strut them together like this. Strut them together at the top and at the bottom. This stage will not need, it will need the aerodynamic, the big wings, not the winglets, the big wings. Probably 2 sets of them. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I hope that held together the way it was supposed to. I'm not sure it did. I don't think it did. Alright, there's our 6. There's our 6 wings. And some struts. Now the question is this going to be enough to do the job I want it to do? I really don't know. But my thought is, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, lunar Kerbollo. I think we're on Kerbollo 6 now. Crew. We're going to put the crew in the command pod. There's going to be 3 guys in here. 2 guys to stay on board. And 1 guy to maintain the command pod. It says here in fine print. That is not going to hold together very well, though, is it? Alright, back to design. A little more work. A little more design work. Come on. Seriously, come on. There we go. 4. Alright, let's see what happens. This is, oh, solar panels. Dang, I nearly forgot. Utility, solar panels. Now those are going to have to go on this ship. And hopefully that will be structurally sound enough to do the job I think it's going to do. Whoops. Alright, you guys go there. Now I hope that is enough juice to do the job. I'm not sure it is, though. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to add one more battery on that stage. But hopefully it's enough to charge things up as we progress. Okay, guys. This thing is terrible. It's horrible. It's clumsy looking. So let's try and put it in orbit. Because heaven forbid we, test these things without Kerbals on board. There should only be 3 guys on board this ship. And they should all be inside of the main oh, crap. I forgot the landing structural supports. Let's see. There's only 2 guys on board. That's not good. Where's number 3? Alright, well, let's EVA you. Nope. Okay. You guys are all in the wrong place. What the heck? Okay. Alright, well, revert flight to vehicle assembly. I thought I'd set the crew loadout. Maybe I can't go straight from here with a controlled loadout. But I did almost forget something of very critical importance. There we go. And you are in the same stage as the lift section. You're in the same stage as your next engines. And so on, the next engines right there. Of course, actually, I'm going to use the smaller engines for the departure stage and the little engine, the Poodle, for the return stage if things go according to plan. Okay. It says here in fine print. Now, why did my crew rigging not work out the way it was supposed to? Okay. Let's save that. And we'll go back and see if it stayed the same. It did. Okay, let's see what happens. So, first question is, are there 3 Kerbals on board? Yes. Are all 3 Kerbals inside of the command pod? Is there any way to test that? Yes, there is. EVA, board. EVA, board. EVA, board. Okay, and we'll find out if this rig, if we're capable of moving these guys between the 2 rigs. Oh god, this is such a clumsy monster. Alright guys, are you ready? SAS on, launching in 3, 2, 1. Lift off. So far so good. This thing is unbelievably actually flying. Whoa. Do not overheat. In fact, I need a lot less juice than that to lift this thing up. Okay, so far so good. The interesting question will be, is this actually going to wind up being a lunar mission, or is this going to be an unmitigated disaster? That is the part I cannot answer as of yet. You know, if I was really smart, I'd be doing this with an unmanned ship and trying to bring an unmanned ship back from the moon first. Oh well, that would be smart. Smart is apparently not on the agenda today. Okay, where is the 90-degree mark? The equatorial, there we are. That's the equatorial mark right there. We're gonna... Whoa, 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 what's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Okay, apparently I am rotated so as to be confused. Because that's the... There we go. That was weird. Oh no, things are definitely weird. Come on, gravity turn. Keep turning. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Keep gravity turning. I just hope this next stage is actually capable of doing what I hope it's going to be doing. This is really confused. But hopefully I am actually getting into a real orbit as opposed to a screwed up mess. Okay. Well, looking good so far. We're accelerating some more. We're gonna continue tipping to our gravity turn here. They're gaining speed slowly, which is good because we don't want to waste too much fuel in the atmosphere. Oh boy. This thing's a monster. I'm not sure. Oh, RCS. RCS on. RCS. No. Alright, lock it on. Keep on lifting. Alright, come on. Keep it there. So far, so good. Although our fuel consumption is a lot further along now than it usually is at this stage in our orbit. I have a sneaking hunch that the thing doesn't have quite as much power as I need it to have to get this thing into orbit. But we shall see. It is a heavy beast. Bring that periapsis up. Bring that apoapsis up, because we're still not actually technically high enough to get into orbit, because we'll lose altitude due to atmospheric interference. But this actually might be working okay. Nope, it's not. This thing is way too heavy for the boost stage I've got here. Just a hunch. Just a hunch based on all the numbers. I think we have some trouble here. But we'll see. We're almost in orbit as far as this part is concerned. You see, I'm going to have to dig into this stage to get us into orbit. And that's not good. I did not want to have to use this part of the ship to actually get us into orbit. That was not on the agenda. So that says to me that my lifting portion does not have enough power by a long shot. So maybe we just let this thing get back to Kerbin. Let's do a quick test here. Come on. I want to be around to the part where I can see. There we are. That's where I want to be. We're going to EVA, and we're going to attempt to get up. Okay, we do not have thrusters, so the only way he can get up there is... Alright, so it's fundamentally flawed in design. There's no way for him to get up to here yet. Which is a problem. Alright. Board. Okay, so that's not going to work anyways. Well, I'm glad we found that out before we sent this thing to orbit. Whoops. What happened? And how do I get rid of it? God darn it. Shortcut keys. Alright, that doesn't do anything. Okay, well, what we need to do is we need to decouple this. And this needs to control from here. Okay. RCS on. No. Away? Okay, get that gone. And then rotate it around. Actually, we'll rotate it around a few times. Lock it. If we want to move this on a very different axis from the other ship. Interesting. Well, it maneuvers nicely. Alright, let's switch to the other one. This is the one that actually matters because there's people on board. If only I could figure out how to get rid of that resource view. Okay. Well, that did not work out as I'd hoped, so make sure the batteries are on here. We'll just do a quick transfer of... Come on. Nope, 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 nope. Command pod. What the heck is going on here? Settings. I don't know how to get rid of those. I'll have to look that up. Okay. Come on. Turn over. I probably don't have enough RCS on this either to really make it do what I want it to do, which is also a problem. But we do definitely need to rotate this around. Come on. Stop. Stop. Up. Oh my gosh. We are in trouble. Okay. Come on. Nose up. Nose up. Nose up. There we go. And... there we go. That's as good as she's going to get. Let's just hope it doesn't get as bad as it looks like it might. We have a problem. Did not want to hit this. Hey guys, welcome back. Things have gone horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Uh-oh. Why is Kamler Kerbin? Yeah, we had a crash. And I think... oh, you poor bastard. I don't know what happened, but seriously, what the hell went wrong there? Come on. Switch to. What? Okay. Yeah. This has just screwed 3 of my Kerbals. It was at least in part due to the Windows key going. Now, let's see. Can we get to Kerbollo 6 here? Maybe. I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to get Kamler Kerbin back into the ship. I don't even know how he got out of the ship in the first place, because last I saw him, he was still on board. Oh, hold on. Here he is. Here he is. Come on. Let's switch to Kamler. Can you... okay, let's just... RCS, SAS on. Let's just give this a little push, and then we'll switch to Kamler. We might live. Board. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Decouple node. The empty ship is going to turn its RCS on and blast away from things a bit. Okay, and then we're going to do a flip over here, and we're going to throttle him up to... alright, there we go. That's nice and far away from the other ship. Now then, RCS. Let's rotate this thing around. Get ready for re-entry. And this time, maybe we can get these poor bastards actually back on the ground without a freaking crash. Usually don't have this much trouble with this game when it comes to command and control, but for whatever reason, I just hit the wrong key today. Several times, in fact. So, we're going down. So this ship did not work out as well as I'd hoped. The 2 chunks of it are definitely heavier than I'd anticipated. What I might do is actually bring up a... yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might have to approach this differently. Maybe I'll have to do an actual orbital assembly mission. Bring up a piece with a lot of solar panel on it. And then a separate piece with the Kerbals on board. and see if that works any better for the purpose of this mission. Okay, here we go. We are ejecting the core, and hopefully we can get into different orbits a little bit more before we hit the ground. Or the ship, for that matter. Because these two things are going to run at very different speeds right now. Just hold it together. This time without the oops. Because I'd really like these guys to come home alive from this gloriously failed mission. Well, not even glorious, horrifically failed mission is more like it. Okay. So mass is definitely a huge problem for this mission as it's currently designed. Uh-oh. It's getting closer. There we go. I think we're safe. I would not want to be flying that close to that ship as it's coming apart at the seams like that. I'm amazed at how much of that is still intact. That's rather impressive. Oh. The pod is slowing down really nicely. That's crazy. That was very fortunate. Okay, so power is obviously an issue. I think I'm going to hold off recording what would ordinarily be Friday's episode right now. Maybe you guys might be able to provide me with some better advice on how to approach this. Or at least I'm not going to do another Kerbollo mission in the near future. I haven't quite decided what to do next, but obviously my design is grossly flawed. On a lot of levels. Including the whole business of how I'm going to get the Kerbals from here up to the upper part of the ship. Alright. Because apparently we don't have the RCS thrusters on board the Kerbal's backpacks right now, so that's an issue. So they have to be able to transition between the two parts of the ship without any assistance of any sort. Which I may look into off camera and see if I can figure out how to actually design it so they can get from A to B without issue. But in the meantime, these guys are coming back to the ground without incident. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, even if it was a bit of a dirt fest today. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.